Guys, so I have not done a cooking demonstration in a long time. So I figured we're close to the end of 2018, and what better time to give you a video than now. So today what we're going to be making is a mango salsa. It's actually going to be a mango slash avocado salsa. So without further ado, let's get busy. So first thing we're going to do is get our mango, and I will show you how I slice my mangoes. So I usually use a steak knife because they have the ridges in them, and it's just easier for me to cut fruits and veggies with a steak knife. So anyway, I kind of go along around almost the center of the mango. There is a seed that is in the center of this. So anyway, so we go ahead and cut down the center, and you want a mango that is somewhat soft but not too soft, and definitely not hard for this recipe. And so then what I do is I take my knife carefully and I cut little slices in here, and I want these pieces to be somewhat small but not too small, and definitely not too large for this recipe. And then we're going to cut across so that we're making little squares in our mango. All right, guys, so I have finished cutting all of my squares from the mango, and so this is what it looks like. What happens is it was like this, and then we can flip it out, and then what I like to do is go ahead and cut the little squares out. There probably is other techniques for removing the mango from the outer covering, but this is how I do it. And so you can see all these little pieces here, and so I get each side of the mango. So after cutting this side, we'll go ahead and do the other side. All right, guys, so now that we've got all of our mango sliced or diced, what we're going to do is go ahead and put it in our bowl that we're going to use for our salsa. There. And next up, we are going to dice our tomatoes. So we have a plum tomato here, and I'm going to go ahead and dice these into bite-sized pieces. Now, I'm not the pro when it comes to slicing and dicing veggies and fruits, so if you can do this faster, by all means, go right ahead, as I know there's faster ways to cut than what I'm doing, but this is what I'm doing. Do it your way, whatever pleases you. That's the thing about cooking or prepping food, is that you find what works best for you. There is no right or wrong way to anything in life in general. Now that we've got all of our tomatoes diced, again, we are going to go ahead and mix them in with our mango. Meanwhile, I also have some white onions here that I pre-diced. We can go ahead and toss those in. And I'm also going to add in, oops, I'm going to add in some green scallions. The reason why I'm going to add these in is because at the first of the year, I'm going to go on a coconut water fast, and I'm trying to get rid of all of my fruits and veggies in the refrigerator so that they are not wasted. So I don't believe in wasting food if possible. So I'm just tossing these in just for GP. Green scallions are amazing. So they really bring out the flavor of food just like onions do. So just chopping these up, and we'll toss those in as well. All right, next up, I'm going to add a bit of red onion to my salsa. You can omit this. You can add whatever ingredients pleases you. But I'm going to add this in. Red onions have a lot of beautiful flavor, beautiful aroma. I love onions, so I'm going to be adding this into my recipe. Again, anything that you don't like, feel free to always omit it. That's the beauty of cooking. All right, guys, so next up, I am going to chop up some avocado. So I actually take this, slice it right down the middle, and this is already kind of giving, so this isn't the best avocado. In fact, it's probably better to have a more firmer avocado. And I think I picked the softer avocados because I had plans to do something totally different. Actually, I was going to make guacamole, which I may still do that tomorrow. Well, we'll see if we can make use of this regardless. So we're going to make little squares out of this. So hopefully it'll work. I think it will. And then we'll get a spoon and scoop this out. And like so. And we'll go ahead and put that in our bowl. And like I said, my goal is to kind of clear my refrigerator because I'm going on a coconut water fast. So I'm not making this for anyone but myself. So I'm perfectly okay with the avocados being ripe. If I was making this for other guests, perhaps I'd make it, pick more firmer avocado for this recipe. And if I was intending for this to sit a few days, then I would probably, use a firmer avocado. But this is intended for probably 1 to 2 days, and is just for me. Unless someone surprises and comes over, who knows. So anyway, we'll do the same on the other side. All right, next up, guys, we have our cilantro. If you are not a fan of cilantro, feel free to leave this out. But I love cilantro, and it's good for you. Cilantro is good for so many different things, but one thing that stands out as one who has spent the last couple of years improving my health with getting rid of parasites and such and heavy metals. cilantro is really good for that. So I love cilantro. A lot of times I'll put it in my green juices. Yep. So I just finally chop those. Some of you guys are probably really good at this. I'm not the best in dicing vegetables. We do the best we can, right? There's no art to it. Just do what works for you. All right, guys, next up we have some red pepper. I'm going to put a few dices of that in my salsa just for added kick. So we got red, and we're also going to be chopping some orange bell pepper. Again, just cleaning out my refrigerator. I have another recipe that I'm going to do either today or tomorrow, but I'll probably share that later with these bell peppers. So then we're just going to go ahead and chop these into fine pieces. And I'm going to actually save a few pieces that I will show you what I'm going to do with those. But I'll put a few pieces in my salsa, and then I will share with you what I'm going to do with the other diced pieces. All right, next up, guys, we are going to add in our limes. And actually what I should have done was sort of squeezed it a little bit just to make sure that as much of this juice is going to come out. But I have my handy juicer here to get my juice from my limes. Try to get as much of this juice out of here as possible. All right, guys, so now that we've got our lime juiced, I am going to actually pour this over our mixture here. So look at this pretty bowl of salsa. So we're going to pour that over our salsa. It smells really, really amazing, guys. Really, really amazing. And then I'm going to sort of mix this up a bit. I wish you guys could be here to share this with me, because this is going to taste so amazing. I already know. Now, I'm going to go ahead and cover this, and I'm going to actually make a sauce. So there's a little bit saucy that I am going to pour over it. So I have here a very small blender here. You can use a regular size blender, whatever works for you. And I actually have some leftover ingredients from some of the vegetables and fruit that I chopped. These are all fruit actually, except for the tomato. Except for the red onion. So we have here some orange bell pepper left over, tomatoes, some of the mango, and more tomatoes, onion. And we're going to put all of that in the blender. And actually, I'm going to add in some lime juice. I'm going to take half of a lime and add that in there as well. One very important ingredient that I forgot to mention that I'm going to add in there is these habanero peppers. If you are not a fan of spicy foods, I would leave it out. My habaneros are actually going bad, so I really wanted to go ahead and utilize these. If you don't like super fire, I would advise taking the seeds out. Be very careful with these because they burn like heck if you become exposed to them. But I actually love them. I have no issues with habaneros. I love spicy foods. So I'm going to actually put the whole thing in minus the part that looked like it's going bad. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put that in there, and then we're gonna go ahead and blend this up into a sort of a sauce. All right, so to blend it up. So here is our finished juice here, or sauce, and we are going to pour that over our salsa mix here. We will see how this turns out. And because we're using, you know what, I really should have put in some, just hit me, some sun-dried tomatoes. I think that would have been amazing, but this will be just fine. It would have given it more of a red texture than what we have here. This is, you know, a light orange color. As you know, tomatoes, when they're fresh, they don't have a red color automatically unless you heat it. And we are not heating this. We are having this as a raw salsa. And guys, oh my God, this smells so amazing. And it looks amazing. This is going to be so good. If you have some chips, which I have, and I'm going to actually enjoy these with chips. If you are a meat eater and you're making fish or chicken or whatever you do, this would be so amazing on that dish. But I am vegan, so I'm going to just enjoy these with chips and or eat this just as it is, guys. I hope you try this recipe. I'm going to actually plate this and make it sort of pretty. All right, guys, so let's see here. We've got our plate, and I'm just gonna put a little bit on here. I just have a vision in my mind about something here. Could have put it in a bowl, and that would have probably been better, but that's okay. And I have some edible flowers here, and just put it on either side. Look at how beautiful this is, guys. And I'm going to take a few. You know, the thing about cooking is it's an art, and you can just make things look so pretty with cooking. It's so amazing. I actually never really got into the art of food, in my case, until I became vegan. And it just like, I don't know, it just kind of came out, and I'm so enjoying this lifestyle. But yeah, guys, take a look at this. How pretty is this? But yeah, this is very pretty, and I'm going to, again, enjoy this with some salsa. All right, guys, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and thank you so much for watching. And may you have abundance in the new year.